Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bill Spencer will hear as Luna Nozawa shares guilt for her conduct and argues her crimes aren't reflective of who she's as a person. After Luna turns on the waterworks and begs Bill to believe she's good at heart, he'll have a decision to make. Luna will use some manipulation tactics and try to get Bill on her side, so she may be counting on him to help with her appeal. Although Luna has a counsel, she'd stand a better chance of scoring her freedom with one of Bill's hotshot attorneys, backing her up. Bill might be tempted to put Justin Barber on Luna's case. Still, Luna might want to be careful about trusting Bone Bill since he's been known to pull off some manipulation tactics of his own. Just ask Sheila Sharp, who allowed. She was going to come Mrs. Bill Spencer when he was actually setting an FBI trap. Prognostications allude that Bill may be smarter than Luna anticipates, so stay tuned for any stunning news that might be headed her way. Carter Walton and Ridge Forrester's battle will helical out of control at Forrester Creations. Since Carter will stand his ground on running the company, Ridge's fury is only going to get worse from then. The same goes for Steffi Forrester and Eric Forrester, but Ridge will take the lead on colliding with Carter for now. At the cabin, Brooke Logan will reel as Hope Logan helps her understand the Forrester shakeup. Carter's LLC move is legal according to Justin, so that means Ridge and Steffi are no longer in power. As for Zende Forrester Dominguez, he'll get updates on all the conflict and will be dragooned to choose a side. Although Zende feels like he's been treated inadequately, he may have a problem with the axes Carter and Hope have gone to. Some heartache for Zende as he eventually walks right out the door. Zende will choose to leave Forrester Creations, so it sounds like he just wouldn't be suitable to blink Hope and Carter's crooked plan. Carter and Hope will remain unified on their pretensions, despite all the counter-reaction, so don't miss what's in store. Carter Walton has come a champion of killers. Carter feels like he's been treated unfairly at Forrester Creations, but he's also fighting back for the Logans and anyone differently who feels uncredited at the company. Carter is an idol in his own mind, but this whole story involving the LLC paperwork seems ridiculous. Does they really anticipate us to believe that Carter could successfully take over Forrester Creations like this? The entire thing seems crazy, so it clearly feels silly enough to be someone's dream. This wild outgrowth feels too far brought to indeed be real, so perhaps it isn't. The show could take the exit ramp with this story if they eventually had Carter or someone differently wake up to find none of it actually happened. Maybe at some vital moment, they could show someone jarring awake and give suckers a gotcha scene. Of course, there's no denying that it'd be tricky since there's another plot going on in the midst of all this. Carter's preemption plot isn't the only thing being featured, so we see ain't forget about all the drama passing with Remy Price stalking Electra Forrester, too. That could make it tough to annul and tell observers that Carter's LLC scheme was all a dream. Indeed so, suckers would presumably be willing to forgive any little disagreement or excrescencies as long as this Carter preemption story comes to an abrupt end. All signs point to Carter being wide awake and actually playing out this major achievement. That means the consequences are going to be veritably real for Carter as well, so he may not feel so large and in charge soon enough. Once the Forresters eventually find a strategy to fight back or Carter tanks the company with all his parlous plans, will Carter lament throwing away his Gemutlekite and career? Will Carter make some updates to his station when everything blows up into disastrous news? Carter could be in for a rude awakening once reality sets in, so stick with us for further prognostications on how effects might go awry. They have some shocking discoveries that are still to be revealed in December. So let's talk about some huge exposures. For starters, Bill Spencer's true motives may be one big discovery that's brewing. Luna Nozawa thinks she's the master manipulator then, but Bill may prove that it's him formerly. He plays her like a swindle. It's possible Bill will pretend he's going to help with Luna's appeal, only to have Justin Barber sabotage her case in the end. Remy Price's minatory side will also be discovered as Will Spencer becomes decreasingly cautious of him. Could Will ultimately advise Electra Forrester that Remy is bad news? Of course, Electra could make that discovery on her own. Formerly Remy starts acting further compulsive and aggressive. Indeed, Sheila Sharp could see some warning signs as Remy's unrighteous tendencies start washing up. Next, we should bandy Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester's floundering relationship. Ridge and Brooke's love will take some huge successes, thanks to their conflict over Hope Logan's influence on Carter Walton. Brooke can't deny that what Hope and Carter did was wrong, but she'll remain offended when Ridge tries to act like Hope's brainwashed him into abhorring the Forresters. Once Taylor Hayes discovers the growing hostility, this could be her chance to pull Ridge back in her direction. Taylor claims she's not staying around on a reunion, but she'd be a fool not to subsidize on a golden occasion then. In other words, Brooke and Ridge's relationship may sluggishly deteriorate while Taylor strengthens her bond with Ridge along the way. Steffi Forrester could have a vengeance plot cooking up, especially against Hope. Since Steffi feels like Hope is responsible for Carter's awful character metamorphosis and the preemption scheme, she may resolve to take her down by any means necessary. That could lead to some disturbing discoveries for Hope once she realizes how Steffi plans to go about making her pay. Steffi will have some tricks up her sleeve, so we'll bring you more prognostications on any revengeful plans. There'll surely be more marvels before December is over, so stay tuned for updates on all the excitement. We can't help but notice there are two veritably special players who have been on the single side for further than a hot nanosecond, and we suppose it's high time they try each other on for size. It's not frequently we get a bodacious hunk like Bone Bill on the courting request. Generally, he has his coming honey lined up before he's indeed considered a divorce. We've to give him credit that he kept down from the ladies for many months after proposing to Katie and Brooke in the same day. We also have to credit him with trying Poppy on for size instead of running back to the Logan sisters. Now that he and Poppy are over and done and Katie doesn't want him back, we've an idea for Bone Bill's coming love. As important as Bill needs love, we suppose Taylor needs fellowship, indeed more. Just look at her suffering down with her broken heart pattern while watching Ridge living his life with Brooke. She's been stewing for that man for way too long. It's time for her to move on to someone bigger and better. Someone like Bill. Just imagine the love redemption bow we could get if these two hook up. It was just a many times ago that Taylor shot Bill in cold blood, but hey, there's nothing hotter than a woman who's tried to take your life, right? And it's not like Taylor isn't sorry-ish. At this point in time, it's all just water under the ground, really. It would be the ultimate libelous love story that would drive several players wild. We can't imagine Katie or Brooke enjoying watching Bill fall for the adversary and Ridge would go nuclear. That's just the kind of drama that keeps the day world spinning.